They are flying.
So the city centre of Dublin, it's small and it's compact. It's a city that doesn't sleep anymore. It's a city that's busy 24/7. The River Liffey, the dividing feature of Dublin. We're going left here. The third biggest island in Europe and the 20th biggest island in the world. So we are islanders, remember that. The island was occupied by farmers. They had come from Central Europe 1,000 years ago. Our next visitors, it's only fair I tell you the truth, visitors, we invited the Normans here. Yep, we did, believe that or not. Again, the reason for that was there was no central government in Ireland. They were the regional Celtic High Kings. They got on with their own affairs in every region. The wall of Dublin, we're going to turn left at these lights. So the wall of the old medieval city came down and Dublin as a city started to expand. 1970s building, the first skyscraper in Dublin, and when it was unveiled, no other skyscrapers were allowed to be built in the city. That's it. So we learned from our mistakes. So crossing the river, the O'Connell Bridge, we're making our way to the main thoroughfare of the north side of city. And the main thoroughfare is O'Connell Street, named after the man who stands proudly at the centre of the street with the pigeons on top of his head. He goes the 40 shades of grey every day. Daniel O'Connell. Remember his name? I'll talk about him later and why his name is given to the main thoroughfare and the main crossing of the river. So this street, this is a very busy commercial thoroughfare today. At one time it would have been an affluent residential area, but nobody lives here. Of the city to your left, a historic landmark building, and this building is the General Post Office of Dublin, the GPO, General Post Office, to Westminster for their meetings. They felt that they were losing control. The people here were becoming powerful and independent-minded. So once the power left, a lot of the wealthy who were parliamentarians left, and the city and the country started to go down. Before the famine, the population of the country, 8 million. After the famine, 4 million. 2 million died, 2 million immigrated. So this was another huge change. The city of Dublin went further into decline. Do you ever hear of wealthy people living in a famine city, in a famine country? So that saw more of the great wealth leaving. No contraception or anything like that. So they kept multiplying, and these houses, a lot of them became tenements actually, old Georgian grand houses, and the worst slums in Europe were here in Dublin at the beginning of the 20th century. So a lot of this still has to be restored, which you'll see. We're going right here, right around the park. This park is called the Garden of Remembrance. Who does it remember? The rebel leaders, the men who lost their lives for us to enjoy freedom, 1916. So that led to civil unrest, civil war. As I said, negotiation began between Ireland and England, and the deal was put on the table. Kind of take it or leave it. They were holding on to part of our country, the north, and you can have the rest. Straight. 26 counties. So we got on with our affairs down here. We'd no choice. A new centrepiece here in the city. A big, tall metal pole. I know. Who else would look for a metal pole as a landmark? Well, pole in the city. Another name that it's called is the stiletto in the ghetto. Some people call it a rod to God. Now brace yourself for a few of them. Some Dubliners call it the stiffy in the liffey, and others call it the erection in the intersection. Now, you never heard them on a shearing coach, did you? Yeah. You can blame Gary. Isn't that right, Gary?
Yeah, my fault.
So the quickest way around the city, it's very obvious, walking. 2 square miles, easy, no hills. So people choose to walk around. So we're going to cross the river again, back in to the south side of Dublin. So Thursday evening tends to be busier in Dublin actually. Another little cobblestone streets, loads of them there to your right, Temple Bar. It got the name Temple from a big merchant family. Belinsky, the Prime Minister of the Ukraine, was here too. The entrances to the castle to your left. The arch, Christchurch Arch. Now this cathedral originally was Roman Catholic, as were all the churches here in Ireland. This first right. And then they all changed when we were on, or left, excuse me. And they all changed during the Reformation. Remember Henry VIII?
Yeah.
He was Roman Catholic. He asked the Pope, could he remarry? The Pope said no. The River Liffey. The river always looks much nicer at high tide than at low tide. So you're looking over to the north side of the river. We're on the south side. So you can see the banners flying here in the city. They are promoting River Dance. River Dance was staged here in Dublin in one of the theatres of the city in the Dockland area 30 years ago. What a success story for our country. It showcased our culture to an international audience. They loved it, and the show still continues. Houston Station. So crossing the river, we're going to go left, making our way to one of the great amenities of Dublin, a public park, the Phoenix Park. Great rivalry in Dublin between both sides of the city. There's always rivalry in the city. It's friendly banter here. But the Northsiders get the brunt of the friendly banter. Why does a Southside woman go out with a Northside man? The answer is to get her handbag back. Not very nice. What do you call a Northsider wearing a suit in Dublin? The accused. 7 miles. The wall that goes around it, 7 miles. The total acreage of this park, 1,700 acres. Twice the size of Central Park in New York. They say that if you put every park in London into this park is bigger. The lighting here is unique. The lighting is gas, but the illumination of it is automated. On your left is an obelisk, and this obelisk commemorates the Duke of Wellington. He was born in Dublin, Arthur Wellesley, the man who defeated Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo. And on your right, we have the polo grounds of Dublin. Now these are both elitist sports. King Charles is an honorary member at the Polo Grounds in Dublin. Now you're probably thinking, why do we have a park so big? Goes back to our history. Remember, we were the first country in the British Empire. We were the closest country. We had a lot of royal visits. They would have stayed in the castle. A pursuit they enjoyed was hunting. So this park was laid out as a hunting park, stocked with wildlife that they could hunt, like deer. We have many banks and insurance companies located in Dublin. We have a huge financial area in the city. It's like a city within a city. And we have many international banks using Dublin as their European headquarters. International banking is a very big business for Dublin. Another big business for the city, technology. We've all the big technology companies here now. Yeah, they're the vans and away from the street traders. Yeah, he's packed up. And this street trader, she comes here every day with all her flowers and everything. Of cycling. So lots of people cycle. It's good for the environment, it's healthy. A little bit later now, the mammals will be coming out. You remember I said these parks would have been exclusive to the very wealthy that lived here. But all these houses again, nobody lives here. They're all commercial. St. Stephen's Green. So we're going to be going right here. I wish I could tell you Dublin is crime-free, but it's not. You always have to be vigilant of your personal belongings. Everybody in Dublin will have a house alarm, and everybody will have a car alarm. They're necessary. We have our social problems. I wish I could tell you we don't. Because coming up on your left is a grand public building. It's government buildings, and the sign outside it will tell you whose office is there. And the sign is in our Gaelic language, Rin an Taoiseach, Department of the Taoiseach. Taoiseach is the Gaelic word for chief leader. So it's gone. Left, did I say right?
You did say right.
Oh, well, sure, look, we'll drive around. We'll come back. No harm done. Well, I don't want to delay your time in the city. Huh?
You did say
Did I
right.
say, well, this is my, yeah, I kind of say right and I'm looking left. I haven't even had a drink yet. Yeah, we'll swing around.
Good,
Have you got
it's very
Melissa
weird,
working there?
Good.
Jessica?
I got very struggling to find.
There's a lady I spoke to. Albert Dock, Liverpool. Still.